Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blurred in the land. Welcome back to Matic. What is going on? Let's thank you so much for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Let's get into today's movie review. It's a DC movie. Originally, this movie was supposed to be animated by Paul Dini. Rest in peace to Paul Dini. He did the Batman animated series, Superman animated series, Justice League animated series. But let's get into the review of DC Legion of Superheroes. So the movie starts off with Kara, which is Superman's cousin, also known as Supergirl. We learn a little bit of her background because I don't know much about Supergirl's origin story, I'll be honest with you. So I love that this film showed what happened to Kara and what made her end up going to Earth. We learned about her relationship with her mother. She had a very competitive relationship with her mother. She really loved her mother. Her mother is the reason why she was able to get off the planet Krypton due to the emanating threat that was coming to Krypton. And we can see that with her going to Earth, she wasn't really one of those people that fit into society. So we see her struggling to be a superhero. We see Batman calling her out, which is voiced by the supernatural voice actor. He does a great job playing Batman. I mean, he's close to darn Kevin Conroy when it comes to like the voice. I was like, hold up. This is a different voice actor? Wow. And we see the complications, her not really being able to fit in and actually be a decent superhero. So she's has a struggle going on, and Superman presents another opportunity for her, and we see her take the opportunity. And I thought the voice acting in this was really good. I'm not gonna lie, Supergirl's voice acting, Batman, the actor that did the Flash, Ethan Solomon Grundy too. So the voice acting was really good. Now let's talk about the story. We see Kara go to like a future version of Earth where Superman's already met these people called the Legionnaires. And we see Kara automatically see like this another version of Brainiac, because remember, in that current timeline, her and her cousin, they're arch nemesis. But this Brainiac is different. This is Brainiac 5. He is the grandson of the late great Brainiac as the villain. And we see that there's some conflict between the two. Kara is not convinced that he's not a killer. Brainiac's a bit of an outsider too, so there's a commonality between Brainiac and Supergirl, them both being outsiders, not being able to fit in, him being labeled pretty much going to be a criminal because the previous Brainiacs that were at the Legionnaire, they were all different criminals. We see Kara having a hard time, like I said, fitting in on her Earth. So there's a commonality between the two, and we see the Legionnaires don't quite trust Brainiac 5 due to the previous Brainiacs entering the Legionnaires. And we see Brainiac trying to struggle to fit in because due to his predecessors of his brothers, they've all done things. Also, we are introduced to this called the Black Circle. The Black Circle is like this cult, and we see them in the beginning of the film, even towards the middle and even the end of the film. And one of the other Legionnaires, I'm not going to say which Legionnaire, is a traitor pretty much amongst them. And we see Kara and Brainiac kind of come together and figure out what's going on, what's happening. And we see that Brainiac is still alive. So the Legionnaires from the ones that came from the past end up coming to the future, bringing back the Brainiac, which is the grandfather of Brainiac 5. We see them face off, which was pretty interesting. We see like him, it looked creepy. I'm sorry guys, it looked completely creepy, where he's got like all these other Brainiacs like the previous ones that were the brothers of Brainiac 5. I was like, oh my god, it looked creepy. And we see also the traitor of the Legionnaire duke it out with Kara. So I actually thought this film was really good. It was well written. It's a bit of a romance too, actually, as well, where we see Brainiac and Supergirl eventually falling for one another. I thought personally the animation was on point too. By the way, the animation, I'm kind of glad they're going with the animation that they've been going with since the Superman, I think Man of Tomorrow. Then the Green Lantern movie that came out during last year during the summer. So they already have a new animation style. Overall, I like the plot twist. I thought for sure that Brainiac was going to be the traitor Brainiac 5. I was wrong. I was wrong. I did like the other villain's theme. He was like the biggest Superman fanboy, and it was like he was trying to be Superman, but he couldn't quite be Superman because he's not from Krypton. He's like from a whole nother planet. I thought overall, I gotta give this film. Let's talk about the actual rating for me. I gotta give this film A minus. It was a really good film. Like I said, the voice acting was on point, story was on point, animation. I think even towards the end, I wish we would have saw the original members a little bit more in the film. That was my only downside with it. But I like that they had focused on the characters, like development, and even we saw some of the younger Legionnaires help Kara out as Supergirl. You know what I'm saying? Which I thought was really cool. So you do get to see some of them get some action within the film. You had one that had invisible powers. There was one that was like a shaman. Then you had the other one that could duplicate herself. Then you had the one that was real shy. She was very introverted. But yeah, it was an A minus for me. Have you guys seen Legion of Superheroes? You tell me in the comments, guys. A Blur living in the world, guys. Have a wonderful Friday, guys. And I'm out. Thank you for the support now.